I want to challenge you in 2023 to become the church. Be the church. The word church that we find in the New Testament is the Greek word ekklesia. Be the ekklesia. There's a gifting for being, for doing the things that God has called us to do. You can't do it alone, but you can do it in His strength. That's the reason why our lives need to be constantly submitted back to Him. Matthew 28, verse 19 says, "Go therefore and make disciples of all nations, baptizing them in the name of the Father and of the Son and of the Holy Spirit." Listen, here's how you do it. Learn how to serve, and learn how to serve even more. And just when you think you can't serve, serve even more.
For the testimony of Jesus is the spirit of prophecy.
Just tell them your story about what God did in your life. That's all you have to do. If you would learn to share, you never know who God might put you in front of to share. Listen, you're not the church by yourself. We're the church when we're together.
We belong to a kingdom that cannot be shaken. This is the hour to shine. This is the hour to praise. This is the hour to worship.
And I believe we're in that time that not only we will see people serving in church, but we will see people serving schools and their families and their friends like never before.
I'm calling you out of what you were to assemble you together to make a great big rock out of you. And on this, I will build my church. When we got ready to launch the church in 2006, I don't think anyone knew what was going to happen. I know there were three things that God told me. He told me it would be the best thing that I ever did. He told me that everything I touched would be turning to gold. And then the last thing was He told me that He would give me a tenth. And that really seemed pretty lofty because when we launched the church on April 9th, 2006, there were 30 people. And from that moment forward, God began to continuously bless. We never saw these huge jumps in numbers or anything, but God was faithful every step of the way to lead us as we were going along. And then we've just watched this church over the years. You know, we built our first building. We owed $1.2 million on that building. We took a loan out for $500,000. That was so lofty. We couldn't believe that we could ever be able to pay that off. We were trying to figure out, would we be able to pay that off in 15 years or would it take 20 years? But God was faithful in that process. And even in that process, we added more land and paid off all the land and the new building that we had, what's now the Next Gen building, paid it off in just 4.5 years. And then a few years later, we started thinking, we've got to do something. We were running out of space in our old building, and we decided we needed to build a new facility. And the new facility was going to seat 1,000 people. And we started looking at the numbers, and originally we thought it was going to cost around $9 million. It ended up costing more like $11 million. And we thought, how will we ever be able to do this? How will we ever be able to pay it back? And I'm just here to tell you, after 5 years of being in the building, God has blessed us in such a way that this month, December 2023, we paid the building off. We're debt free.